welcome to Robot Arena Forever. This is Robot Arena 2 Mod. Not Mod Plus, we'll go into that in just a little while. Let you guys take a look at something real quick, this will be kind of fun. Go here to career mode. Tongue-tied. And let's take a look at old Thor here. There's something wrong with this machine. Hang on. First, let's take a look at 13 black. There we go. Okay. We're not looking at the components and all that kind of stuff. What we're looking at here is a weight. 938.9, so it's 93.8.9. A little odd way they have this put together, but it's almost 94 pounds, right under 94 pounds. Okay. Take a look at breaker box. We're trying to do some work on this one to make sure it worked and it was functioning correctly. Okay, here again, the weight is 85.4.7. Now it's overweight, it's over 80. And now take a look at hang on for a second. Yeah, here we go. Thor first. Now look at this weight here. Now there's something wrong. 1089.0. Is that 100 and 1.1 pounds? It's our kilograms rather. That's a pretty big bot. Pretty big for this arena. Okay, so this guy's about 20 kilograms over the top. And it's rated as a middleweight, which is all wrong. There's something completely wrong with this robot. We'll get into the ring here and demonstrate what it took to beat this thing. Now here's a bot that I built. You can see it's a pretty good looking guy. It's called Emergency. It looks like a big square bot, but actually all this is just extenders and armor plating. The actual bot itself is that. It's a little square box. See inside of it here. I guess I could tear this guy apart and show you. So we'll go ahead and go to parts here. Remove the panic attack lid. And now you can see inside. Okay, this is what my emergency bot looks like. See, it's pretty oddball looking on the inside. It looks rather okay on the outside, but in here it's pretty weird, pretty crazy stuff. This is a game tech mod's design. This is how they like their bots designed. Not really my style of making a bot, but it works. At any rate, also getting these discs on here. This was a trick. Okay, it didn't even want to fit these inertia discs on these motors. So what I had to do here was use an amp blade. Amp blade has a double mount on it. So I put the amp blade on first, then I could fit the inertia blade onto the amp blade, which actually in a way works pretty good, because if the inertia blade gets broken off, you still have the amp blade, which will last for a little while before it also too will break. But this gave me an interesting setup for an invertible bot here. It has 4 of these inertia blades and 4 end blades, and it's a pretty nimble beast. This was my answer to that Thor bot. Nothing I put in the arena could stand up to that thing. And if you think this Thor bot is tough, you ought to take a look at the one in Robot Arena 2 Mod Plus. We'll get around to that, like I said, in just a minute. Anyway, let's go ahead and get back to the headquarters. And you see what I mean about the weight differences here? It's a little bit oddball, because you can't really, unless you want to use a cheat, you can't build anything over 80 kilograms. It won't let you. So let's go here to arcade mode, one-on-one, and we'll use the trusty combat arena just to make sure there's no flying out and all that kind of stuff, or some tricky, strange ending. And we'll pick 2 robots here. First one we'll pick will be Emergency. The next guy will be Thor. This is Flamic. He's pretty bloody good too, or however you're supposed to pronounce that. Alright, here we go. We'll try to keep track with the overhead cam, because this one doesn't have a tracking cam, and I don't really want to add that into this mod here, because it may destroy the beautiful soundtrack they have. I didn't want to monkey around with this guy's work. So here we go. Well, with these gentlemen, they did a lot of work here. Continue. Arena. Alright, here we go. Emergency versus Thor. And you see Emergency's pretty quick. It moved right across and is trying to attack Thor. And it's got Thor pinned up into the corner. Thor's trying to employ that crazy hammer. Or axe, rather. And there goes another great big hit by the crazy axe. You can see this thing is really powerful, that axe. But Emergency is trying to move him from the side, trying to employ all 4 of these crazy sprinter weapons, tear into that armor. Thor has incredibly strong armor, apparently. And it's ejected emergency across the arena. Ooh, and a good strike by the hammer. The Thor axe, rather, has come down very hard on the armor plating of emergency. Emergency is continuing to rack up the points. Ooh, a good strike by the Thor machine. Another good one. Oh, emergency is almost destroyed. You see what I mean by that hammer? It's amazingly strong. Oh, Thor has been knocked over. He's been turned upside down. Oh, and a havoc attack bounces across the arena. Then another good strike by the Thor hammer. It's got emergency on the ropes. Emergency is continuing to move in with all 4 of the sprinters working very effectively, still piling up a lot of points. And emergency is thrown into the air by the mighty hammer of Thor. This is an amazingly strong machine. Emergency's underneath it now. It has it off balance. The axe can't fall correctly. There's another strike by the great axe. Ooh, another hit. 2 more hits. And, oh, the Thor hammer is coming down very strong here. Another hit on emergency, and he backs away, moves across the saws, and a nice hit on the side of Thor by emergency. It looks like a wheel has flown off, and that has to be a Thor wheel because emergency wheels are much larger than that. And a big strike by emergency. He's moving in now. He thinks he has Thor on the ropes. Thor's hammer is coming down again and again. More strikes by the Thor hammer. It looks like now emergency's lost a wheel. They're both minus a wheel. Uh-oh. What's this? The chassis has been removed. Both wheels have been knocked off. Now Thor is doomed. It's been ejected across the arena. And it's now also sparking. It doesn't have any control. Technically it's lost. And there it is. Thor is destroyed in an epic battle there. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, well that's what I mean by Thor being incredibly overpowered. Alright, well that was something. We're going to go ahead and cut here, and we're going to go over to a Robot Arena 2 Mod Plus. We're going to have the same matchup with the same machine versus the Mod Plus version of Thor. That should be interesting. I predicted Emergency will get ripped to pieces by the second version of this, which is exactly the same, but they seem to have tweaked the machines for Mod Plus. Anyway, we'll be right back and we'll find out if that's true or false. Stay tuned. And we're back over here at Robot Arena 2 Mod Plus. See down here in the lower right hand corner it says 2 Plus. Okay, this is the next version that they released. Let's go over here and get into the arcade mode. One-on-one. We're going to have the same arena, combat arena. Hazards will be on. And we're going to pick the same 2 opponents. First one will be Emergency versus Thor. Okay, looks exactly the same. This one says middleweight, which it's not. We also have it in the the robot lineup where we can take a look at it. It has the same weight class. It's over 100. So at any rate, let's go ahead and throw these guys into the arena. We're predicting Thor is going to tear Emergency to bits. Here we go. Hang on. Continue. Now we're ready. Alright, same arena, and we'll keep track with the overhead cam. Uh-oh. Skip the intro. And Emergency flies across the arena again. Very fast machine. It is, of course, invertible. Spinning around here. Thor is moving in for a strike. There goes a good hit by Thor. He's now turned over. Emergency's moving in, trying to pin him into the corner. Oh my god, the hammer has come off. The hammer has come off of Thor. Thor has been reduced to a ramming bot. But still, it's causing incredible damage with no weapon at all. You see here? Pieces and parts are coming off with an invisible weapon. Look at that. This is as if the hammer never came off. And just by making contact with this version of Thor, Emergency is being ripped to pieces. And of course there is no weapon. No weapon at all. Emergency is getting beaten and battered into bits. Look at that. By an invisible weapon. well. Yes. You see what we mean about this? What happened here with this mod, I do believe, is they wanted to make the robots a little more effective, but they went overboard. Too effective. This machine is so overpowered and so overwhelming that with no weapon at all, its weapon came off in the early part of the battle, was removed, it still was able to just smash emergency into just rubble. With what? There was no weapon there. All it was a rammer. Rammers don't do that. They don't tear you apart by simply touching you. At any rate, we're done with this. And maybe we'll go back and have a couple battles. We have some really interesting stuff in DSL 2.2. We reintroduced a whole bunch of new bots there. We have a new lineup with, I believe, Hypno Disc, and we have Lobster Thermidor, and I think we have Dominator 2. I believe we added, who was it? Behemoth, and I think we even have Wheelie Big Cheese in there, and one or two others from the old lineup, on the originals, and we're going to have them in the next version of DSL 2 tournaments over here at Robot Arena Forever. And I hope you guys stay tuned and watch that too, though. I hope you had fun here. This was quite a lot of fun to make. You see why I don't really play too much of this? Although I have built some interesting bots here. Let's see if we can find one real fast. Yeah, Killer Team. Here we go. This guy. This one actually does pretty good. It's a spinning robot. It will attack head on, and it's very mobile and quite agile. It has a self-righting mechanism. Let's see if we can get the punch up here. It's pretty complex, so they're having a tough time wielding this big beast into the demonstration deal here. Let's see, let's take a look at the parts. There you go. You see, it's pretty cool. And we'll go ahead and put it in the test pit here real fast. That's its main attack mode, although it can strike with its forward legs, and it can even climb out of the pit upon occasion. Let's see if we can get into the pit here. Oh, he's in the pit. Nah! It hurls itself out of the pit. Cool. Uh-oh. We have a glitch. We're stuck into the floor. Anyway, you see what I mean. Oh, that was bad. Alright. Let's see if we can get out of this here. Main menu. Oh, Lord. Every now and then you do get a little bit of a problem like that. Okay, anyway, we'll be back in just a few minutes. You guys take it easy and have a fine day. That was